Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Valentine. I own a media production company here in Central Florida. And on this channel, we talk about everything, anything that has to do with media production and commercials, music videos. We just started getting into FPV drones. So anything that has to do with media production, we talk on this channel. And if you definitely want to learn a little bit about it, just give it a follow, give it a like. And yeah, it's gonna be a interesting few weeks. So today we're gonna be unboxing something really cool. We're gonna be unboxing the A7S III. I've been really looking forward to getting this camera. Ever since it got announced, I knew I wanted to get this camera. So let me give you a little backstory. Currently I'm shooting on the A7R II. It's such a great camera. I love that camera. It's a great photo camera. I've taken some amazing photos. I've been able to record a lot of videos using that camera. But it does have a lot of limitations. It has a very high megapixel, so anything in low light just does not look good. So I realized I needed a camera that's more video oriented, I guess. So I knew when the Sony A7S was rumored, the new A7S III was rumored, I was like, I think I'm gonna wait to get that camera. I did have other options that were coming out, like the A7 III, and there was the old A7S II, but it didn't make sense to get those cameras if, you know, and this one was gonna come out and it got announced last year. So I'm very happy that I was able to get this camera, and yeah, it's a great camera. I think the only con about this camera that I personally didn't like was the price of the memory cards. It's using the Express Type A cards, the CF Express Type A cards, and they're pricey. The 160 gigabyte memory card is like almost $400. Like that's a pretty pricey memory card, considering that you could put an external recorder and record 16-bit RAW to like a Ninja 5, and you have all these amazing recorders that you could connect it to that are around $500. So it doesn't really make any sense for those memory cards to cost that much. But you can also put SD cards. They do have to be UH2 memory cards, and they have to be rated for V90 to be able to record in the other bit rates. You just won't be able to record in the highest quality 4K 120 setting there is in the camera. But for what I'm gonna be doing, I don't think I'm gonna need that super high quality memory card. And if I ever do, I'll consider getting one, but I really don't think I will. Man, so where do I start? This camera has so many amazing features. For example, low light. This camera, when it comes to low light, is one of the best in the market, if not the best in my opinion. I currently had the opportunity to shoot on the new Canon R5, and that camera is really good. I got some amazing footage out of it, and the low light was pretty decent. So I can only imagine what this camera can do. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just start unboxing it. We're gonna go over, you know, all the new features of it, compare this one to my current setup right now, and then I'll give my opinion on it. But yeah, let's go ahead and start unboxing it. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and start unboxing this. I am so excited. So obviously you get all the paperwork that comes with it. You don't care about this. Comes with a Type-C cable, and then a little adapter to help with the HDMI cable, so it's more tighter. All right. You get a strap. You know, funny thing, I always lose these. I never know where they end up. You use them for a little bit, but since you always have to use the gimbal, you just forget about them. You leave them somewhere, and then you just never find them again. All right, let's see what else we got in here. You got the charger. Wow, this is actually really beefy. It's a big charger. I don't know if you're able to see it here. It's definitely a lot bigger than the one that I'm currently using. Look at that. It's a big charger. Huh. See what else is in the box. You got the AC cable. I think that's everything in here. Let's see. think there's something else here. Yep. And here's the camera. Wow. It is definitely a lot nicer. It's a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be. Let me see. Look at that. Wow. So definitely one thing that I really like, the flip screen. Like, that's something that I'm currently don't have on my camera. And just having a flip screen now, I can see why it's so much more useful than not having one. I feel like the one that's currently on the R2 and on the older generations, it's just an articulating screen, an articulating screen, and it makes it really hard to like get certain shots just because the screen only tilts to a certain angle. So if you're trying to get a top-down shot, it would have been just a tad bit, and with this one, you can actually really put it upside down and just get so many different shots. But wow, it definitely has a lot more buttons on here than I'm currently used to. But it feels great. The grip is a little bigger than on the R, and the battery is a lot bigger. Okay, just to do a little comparison, look. This is the ones that I'm currently using. The battery life on these are really bad. I think I get like 30 minutes, 40 minutes top out of these. I have like 7 of these. And in a shoot, I'll use all of them. I heard that the battery life on these are so much better. That was one of my biggest complaints with the old camera, was the battery life. It was really bad. But this one I heard was really good. And I can see why. It's seriously, it's massive. But yeah, let's go ahead and clear this out real quick. So first impressions, guys. This camera feels significantly better. Like, just the grip alone, it fits so much better in the hand than it does with the R. The R1 is a little like narrower, I guess, but I think they made the grip bigger just so it could fit the bigger battery. Wow, like first impressions, this camera feels and looks premium. One of the first things that I immediately noticed is these little arm things where the straps goes. Mine's flap everywhere. Like, you'll be moving the camera and it's just hitting on each other. But this one, wherever you leave it, it stays right there. It just literally just stays in place, which is pretty cool. And as far as ports, you have your standard mic jack, your headphone jack, you have a Type-C cable, and you have a regular micro USB cable. I'm guessing the Type-C is for charging, and then for data transfer, I think you can also use the micro USB. One of the coolest things about this camera versus the one that I'm currently using, this one has a full HDMI. You can put a normal HDMI cable in here. With the one that I'm currently using, you have to use the little micro USB, which sucks because I just bought a couple of those cables. But honestly, just having a full-size HDMI, it's just so much better for compatibility and durability. The little one tends to break. The original cable that I used for it just stopped working. And then as far as card slots, this is so cool. You're able to have 2 slot cards in there at the same time. You can have, like I said at the beginning, you can put a CF Express Type A, or you can put one of those high-speed SD cards. And I ended up just going with the SD card route for now. And the tilting screen. The screen, I didn't realize how much I wanted it until I have it now, or how much I needed it actually. But seeing it now, like whenever I'm doing these kind of videos now, I'll be able to see myself without having to put a monitor on the top. I'll literally just be able to flip the screen and just see myself. But yeah, first impressions, this camera feels and looks amazing. So let's see, let's turn it on. Okay, so first impressions, I finally turned it on. And holy crap, the autofocus system on this is insane. It's so much faster than the one that I have right now on the R. I'm just kind of playing with it a little bit. Also, one thing that I was researching when I saw this camera is the menu system. It has a brand new menu system, and it's so much intuitive. It's color coded. Here, let me see. I'll get it a little closer to the camera if it can focus. It's all color coded, and it's so much more better organized than what it is on the R. One of the things that I really like about this too is the touchscreen. The touchscreen on this, it's just actually fully touchscreen. Some of the newer Sonys had a touchscreen, but it wasn't like fully touchscreen. Certain things would work with the touchscreen, but not everything. But with this one, like you can go through the menu completely just using the screen. So one of the great things about this camera, and one of the reasons why I ended up picking this one, is all the different settings that you have for recording. You literally have so many options, so many codecs, like anything you need, you have it here in case your computer can't handle it, or if you just really need that super high quality if you're doing some effects or something like that. But yeah, just first impressions, obviously we need to go out there and get some footage, test it out, put it out in the field in an actual video environment and just see how it performs. But I'm very happy with this camera. I feel like definitely from the last generation of the S2, we used to shoot a lot on the S2. One of my biggest complaints of the last gen S2 was the autofocusing on that one was really bad. And as soon as it started getting dark, it was amazing at low light, but the autofocusing at low light wasn't that great. So we would just always shoot manual. But certain things you would want to have at least the eye tracking or the face tracking, but this one definitely has that. So yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. It was definitely super fun to unbox this and definitely get to experience it and put it on video, obviously. So stay tuned. In the next couple videos, I'll definitely be trying to get more footage for this. I'll definitely try to do more. Most of my videos now are gonna be mainly on this now. So we're gonna see, you know, the difference between this and that. But yeah, just stay tuned and we will be shooting on this. So please, if you haven't followed the channel, please hit subscribe, like the channel. That definitely helps out the channel. Like I said, we're going to be posting a lot of really cool content, and definitely continue with the FPVs, continue with the cameras, and then we're going to be documenting a lot of cool projects coming up. So stay tuned and yeah, just follow the channel. Thanks.